Sheena's touched it. Sheena's touched the bread.
And this is a segment where we just basically tell a story of something that's happened in our lives. And this story is a story of hope. It's a story of love. It's a story of bringing people together. It's a story about how to not ever give up. It's a story of
being grounded from
perseverance,
shoes.
being humble, being grounded. And also it's a story of the time me and Michael found 1,000 shoes on the side of the road and threw them in his car.
Okay? We used to go out and party in the valley or the fucking city where all the kids go on the weekends and drink and try and forget about their fucking jobs.
We were 18.
Yeah.
We were 18. It's normal behavior back then. It's not considered a drinking problem when you're 18. It's just considered going out, which is what we did, right? And we did it a lot.
Too much.
Some would say.
It fucking, now look at us.
And so but the reason why we thought of this story is because the conversation that we had walking home is a funny one. It's a funny little story, and I'll tell you about it. You just stay tuned. We were walking home, we were hammered drunk, and I was telling Michael, I was like, dude.
We were like 20, right?
No way.
Okay,
Weren't
18.
even 20.
Okay.
Weren't even 20. And I was telling Michael, oh, look, there's no way we're not going to be famous. We're too different. We're too crazy. We're too blah, blah, blah. Explaining it to him. And he was coming around to the idea. And we had many conversations like this of how we were going to become famous.
School.
We always knew it would be the case. All of our closest friends are like, I can't believe you guys actually are famous now. Because we always said that we were going to become famous. Like, it was written in the stars.
Remember, pinnacle of comedy we are at. Like, there's a fucking steep
Now we're at the
fucking
peak. Now we're at the peak, at the very tip. Anyway, we're walking home and I was, saying my spiel to Michael about how we're going to become famous. And we're walking home to my house. We walked through the Fortitude Valley and then it was like curbside collection. And freakishly, that we walked past his house and there was literally like
explain curbside. What's it called?
Curbside collection is
like where people just dump all the shit that they don't want on the street, and the government takes it. The
council comes and picks all your shit up. So people just throw junk on the side of the road, basically, just a very certain time of the year. So we're walking home. We look to our left. There's about 1,000 shoes, shoes everywhere.
The biggest box ever. Like, we're talking 2 meters by 2 meters. By like 2 meters.
And we're hammered drunk, like so drunk, and 18. And we're not far from my house, maybe like a 10-minute walk from my place.
Couple streets away.
And we're like, we just finished talking about how we're going to become famous. And we were like, oh, this feels like we're meant to come across this. It feels like these shoes could be maybe a pathway to fame. For having 1,000 shoes at your disposal seems handy right now.
Yeah. Obviously, the alcohol fucking came into play, but yeah, we definitely thought that this would help.
So we went home, got in Michael's car, drunk drove back to where the shoes were.
Who?
Huh?
Who drunk drove?
Both of us. We took turns.
No, we'd sobered up. It was like half an hour. We
were
sobered
hammered.
up real
We were
quick.
hammered. We were fucking hammered. Shouldn't be driving. Hammered drunk. Fucking, like, I could barely see as we were driving. We get there, fill Michael's car with shoes. Like, it's 2 seats of the passenger driver seat and the passenger front seat. Okay. But the rest, shoes everywhere.
Whole car. It was a little Hyundai XL Green Machine, and it was just filled with fucking shoes.
Swollen with shoes. You could barely even move, and it was a fucked smell. And it stayed like, we drove back home, we went to sleep, we sobered up in the morning, like, oh yeah, that's funny. Went down to the car, there's like 1,000 shoes in there, and we thought, no, let's leave them in there. Something good will come of this.
If you look back on it, nothing good came from it.
Nothing happened.
All that came from that was my dad and mum hated me because that was our secondhand family car for them to drive around when dad took the car to work. So mum and dad would just complain about why the fuck are there all these thousands of shoes in the car. And they're like, no, trust me, it's gonna... Like, I don't know. What the...
It's hard to explain to people. It's hard to know when the opportunity will arise where it's important to have 1,000 shoes. But yeah, understandably, they were upset. And this went on for months. Maybe
I didn't get rid of the shoes. We had to go. Remember, I took you with me and we had to dump all the shoes. It was like 3 months the shoes were in the car.
And it was sad dumping them all, but yeah, we went to a charity and just dumped them all on the side of the road in front of the charity.
Yeah, like we didn't put them in the box where they have to collect it from. Because fuck that. Like it was so many of them.
Have been room, but we reluctantly got rid of the shoes, and then here we are. And I wish we had those 1,000 shoes right now because I would throw them.
Yeah, well, I only have one pair of shoes now, and now we're demonetized. I'm not buying any more.
That's it. We're done for.